listening to LanguageCaster.com's podcast on football language. My name's Damon and I am one half of the LanguageCaster team. I'm based in Tokyo, where it is currently raining as a typhoon comes closer. Damien, the other member of the team, is based in London, and I hope he is enjoying better weather than me. How about you, listener? What's the weather like where you are? Now, on this football phrase of the week, we look back at a football phrase from the week's football. And this week, we are going to talk about the word draw and how it's used in football. You may have come across this word if you have been following the Women's Euro 2025 competition, which has now reached the knockout stage.
Sie hören gerade LanguageCaster.com.
Yes, you are listening to LanguageCaster.com, and that message was in German. Right, let's start with the first way we can use draw, and this is the most common meaning, to draw a game. When there is no winner in a match, we call it a draw. For example, the match finishes 0-0 or 1-1 and so on. In the US, it's called a tie. This can be used as a verb or a noun. Let's take some examples from the Women's Euro 2025 tournament. This is from an article on the BBC's website. The report says that Sweden were in worse form than 8-time European champions Germany heading into these Euros, having drawn 2 games against Wales in the UEFA Nations League. Sweden had not beaten but also not lost to Wales in the Nations League. So, as a verb, Sweden drew both games 1-1. In the passive verb form, the 2 games were drawn, and as a noun, we can say both games ended in a draw. So far in this competition, only 2 games have been drawn. Finland drew with Switzerland 1-1, and the Portugal versus Italy game was a 1-1 draw too. As I have mentioned, Euro 2025 is now in the knockout stage. The organisers of the competition have decided which winners of which games will now play each other. This is called the draw. The article in the BBC asks whether England, the Lionesses, have an easier draw finishing second in their group than France, who finished first. An easier draw means that the teams they can face or play against may not be the favourites or the strongest teams. The report says that England are on the opposite side of the draw to 2023 World Cup winners Spain, so are unable to meet the favourites until the final. For their next game, they have drawn Sweden. Another way to say this is that England face Sweden. On the other hand, France will play Germany in the quarter-finals. Germany are the second-ranked team, according to FIFA, in Europe, behind Spain. Sweden are ranked 4th, 1 below England. So, on paper, England have the easier draw. If England beat Sweden, they will most likely face Italy, who are favourites to beat Norway. While France, remember they finished above England in the group, will most likely come up against Spain in the semis. It does look as though England have an easier draw than France.
Du lyssnar på LanguageCaster.com.
Yes, you are listening to LanguageCaster.com, and that message was in Swedish. So on today's show, we looked at the word draw and how it is used in football to mean finish a match with no winner, as well as to be chosen to play against another side in a competition. Drop us a line at admin@languagecaster.com if you have any ideas for soccer language or want us to explain a phrase or word used in the beautiful game of football. Enjoy all the football this week and we'll be back soon. Ta-ra!